My name is Gaurav. I'm the co-founder and CEO at EdMingle. So EdMingle has built this 360-degree platform used by edtech businesses to launch their own platforms like Upgrad and Unacademy. So we are in short, we are Shopify for edtech businesses. We are currently working with around 550 businesses who are training almost 20 lakh students across 130 plus countries.
My name is Nikhil Hegde, the co-founder of 6 Degree. We're one of the most leading e-commerce enablement platforms, especially in the fashion and lifestyle segment. We worked with more than about 50 to 70 SMB customers and now into the big leagues working with some of the largest corporates in the fashion retail space.
This is Purnang from Samaro. Samaro is an event tech SaaS platform. It empowers event organizers to streamline their operations, boost attendee engagement, and maximize their ROI, and all of that in a single platform. Samaro currently has customer presence in 35 different countries and has hosted more than 10 lakh attendees on its platform.
My name is Shrikar Kottamachu, founder and CEO of Nessa Medtech. Unlike all of these guys, we are a medical device company. So what we do is we do scarless image-guided surgeries. Generally, whenever you think about surgery, there'll be a cut open or they make some holes and do a keyhole surgery. But we realize the same thing and much better outcomes without any scar in the body. And we are starting off to work in women's health, but it's a platform, it can be extended to other platforms as well, other clinical conditions. We recently received a part of our device, a US FDA approval as well. And I must be one of the latest portfolio companies. So we were funded in September this year.
My name is Nikhil Malkar. Our company's name is Game Studios. We are based in the city of Mumbai. And currently we are developing this game called Mumbai Gullies. It's an open world game based on the city of Mumbai. So you can explore the entire city of Mumbai. You can hop onto a rickshaw, taxi, eat a pani puri, vada pav or pav bhaji. And our hope is to eventually create high quality games from India so that we can explore not just Mumbai, but also showcase what we have special going on in various different parts of India. So we can explore like a Hyderabad, Kolkata or Gujarat or whatever. So the sky's the limit and that's what we are.
We are the founders of Viva. So, many of you would have bought products on Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, etc. While it is very convenient to buy products from all of these channels, it is very tough for brands to basically manage where the sales is even coming from, where are they spending on ads, what are the logistic platforms they are using. We are a no-code analytics platform which takes all of that journey within a few minutes, producing pre-built reports and dashboards straight off the bat. So we are Viva.ai.
I am founder of PairTech. So at PairTech, we have been building augmented reality solutions for some of the largest food tech companies in India. So we currently work with Zomato as well. So you would have probably seen the AR feature on Zomato. So that is something that is built by us. Apart from that, we built a complete end-to-end ERP solution for restaurants. So today we work with about 1,000 plus restaurants, pan-India, and then we are expanding internationally as well. So essentially what we are trying to build is a complete end-to-end ecosystem for a single restaurant owner to run his restaurant more efficiently and increase their profits.
In the last dinner hosted in March, we had given out Class C shares certificates to our curator. However, some of them weren't here. So we would like to give it on to them today.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
Hi, I'm Vikrant Varshne, Managing Partner of Succeed Innovation Fund. We are great to have all the hosts coming and joining us. We were trying to get the ecosystem of people, our investors, startups, ecosystem, ISF community and everybody who's supporting the innovation ecosystem was invited. We are supporting the early stage innovation ecosystem. We have about 70 portfolio companies and many of them were here, and we are glad to see many of them doing very well, scaled up. Our fund is unique. We start from an early stage category and we support them in the growth journey by doing successive round. There is a big amount of mentoring which goes along to make them successful, and we are seeing the result of all of that. Our companies are doing well. Over a period of last 3 years, we have about 4x multiple on the capital invested, and that's a testimony that our investment thesis is working well. We invite more companies to join as well as more investors to back us. Look forward to have more. ISF sub-fund is also a community that we have been supporting, and we look forward to working additionally with everybody who's supporting ISF ecosystem too. Thank you.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
My name is Vinay Kohli. I'm the center head for an AI company called DQBio. It's located in Jubilee Hills, Hyderabad. We are a startup company. So this is the first time I've been to this place, and I find the kind of effort to be very enterprising. Definitely this kind of thing is very necessary for the startups, especially the mentorship and the direction. It's quite amazing. Thank you.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
Hi, I'm Vinuta, the Chief Community Officer of Draper Startup House. It's been a privilege to be part of this event. Succeed has been doing an amazing work. They have invested over 60 companies, and we have seen how this fund from Hyderabad has grown. There are very few funds in Hyderabad, and Succeed has been an example for us as to how a fund of early stage can really flourish in this market. I'm so proud to be here and actually connect with all my colleagues who have built this ecosystem together. And cheers to Succeed. It's been a wonderful ride.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
So I'm a mentor with ISF. Chaudhary Garu has been very kind in inviting me to be a part of ISF. So my investment philosophy is fairly sector agnostic. So I've got about 30 companies that I've invested in startups. They range from deep tech to clean tech to battery tech, different kind of industries. They're pretty wide ranging. So what I look at really is very carefully about what problem are they really solving. I have to be very, very clear about what that startup is trying to solve as a problem. Their problem statement has to be super clear, and then their solutions have to be equally clear. It's a question of looking at the team, see what their background is, and I'm not really too worried whether they come from IITs or IIMs or whatever. I just look at how much of a commitment do they have in terms of the business that they are trying to solve, the business that they are trying to build, as well as in terms of what their plans are. Normally when I hear a pitch that talks about my exit plan is going to be an IPO 5 years later, or I'm trying to be a unicorn, or one such thing, I'll just say that's it, thank you very much, no more. There's nothing to discuss after this. I want to hear from you, what is it that you are really trying to build? How much of hunger do you have in the belly? What are you trying to actually build? How passionate are you about whatever business that you're building? If you give me even 2x, I'm happy. Don't talk about 100x and 50x and whatever, because that tells me what is the commitment of the founder is. And that's more than enough for me. And that's been my philosophy. And I'm pretty happy to say whether I chose it one way or the other, I seem to be somehow in sunrise industries. So I have charging equipment, I have EV cars, I have space tech, people like this, clean tech, so solar farms, cold storage chains, logistics chains. So end of the day, they are all technology, but technology as an overlay over real business. There's a bricks and mortar business, and there's an overlay of software. It's not pure software or SaaS or whatever else, because to me, I'm a trader. I come from a commodities trading background. So when I look at things, I strip them naked first and then build back whatever needs to be built up and see where is the economics, where is the cost, where is the economics in this whole game, and then look at whether that is sounding logical or not. So when we are in commodities business, we always look at how to price it correctly. So which means then you need to get your cost right? So that's how, and I look at funding and say, if someone is coming up with crazy funding ideas and trying to be high-fly kind of funding ideas, I say, no, that's it. Because you want them to build it step by step by step. So lucky that so far at least I've got 4 or 5 of the companies who have done 3, 4, 5 rounds of additional funding, and they've been building. So every round has become like at least another 5 to 10x. So that's, I would say in a nutshell, is my ideas and philosophy. Thank you.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
We are over here in Hyderabad is to look for innovations, look for innovators, to get the things from north to south and bring this initiative which we are doing over there in Delhi to Hyderabad. One direction is to benefit this ecosystem, and this ecosystem consists of many partners, startups like investors and like corporates. So we are here in Hyderabad to link these 3 ecosystem partners for this program and for the ecosystem what we want.
We want to bring the whole ecosystem of companies, startups, investors, industries, larger industries and mentors, everybody, the thought leaders, to come and talk about what is their idea about green tech and mobility. We are scouting some very good technologies and startups here. We would like to help them out, invest and see some successes out of here. The event is going great. I can see a crowd of people enjoying, networking with each other, and so far it seems like a very good, successful event. Thank you.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
Basically, what brings us to Hyderabad is the robust e-mobility ecosystem. There are different battery pack OEMs, manufacturers, tech development entities. We also interacted with companies that are making 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers, working on different business models like direct product sale, leasing model. So events like this Green Tech Mixture helps us to make a good assessment of what all the ecosystem is happening here, what is the role each individual entity is playing, and how we can leverage this ecosystem and get some insights out of it and implement into our business models as well. It's been a good experience, and it's very look forward to connect with different enterprises here and take our business to another level. Thank you.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
We are an energy and mobility as a service platform based out of Hyderabad. We provide electric vehicles on rental leasing subscription, at the same time help businesses to find the right electric vehicle nearest charge service and swap station. I'm here to share what Hala is building for the future and what we're trying to do here, a problem that we're trying to solve amongst the crowd here at the Green Tech and Mobility Mixer. The future plans of Hala are super clear, crisp, that we are going to deploy 18,000 fleet in the next 24 months in the next 7 cities: Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, Vizag, Chennai, Bangalore, Vijayawada. And the aim is to reduce down the carbon footprint, make every mile go electric and spread miles across India. Thank you.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
welcome to this morning. We are at Maker Fair in the Teamworks Hyderabad. This is day 2 of Maker Fair, one of the only events across India in which making with your hands, making with your mind, and the combination of your mind and hands is at work. This is an event which definitely calls for a celebration for people to come to witness and experience for themselves. And since yesterday we have seen how families have come, how children have come, the huge amount of curiosity about Maker Fair, and hopefully this experiment, which is organized for the 3rd time in India, in Hyderabad, will be replicated across the country. With us,
yes, thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here. So Maker Fair is a global event. It happens across the world in Tokyo, Shenzhen, Shanghai, Paris, Rome, and all over the United States. The idea of such an event is to celebrate making, is to celebrate innovation and creativity, and like you rightly put it, is to celebrate the things that are made, or the process of making things with a combination of your mind and your hands. So my feeling is, we started in 2018. We wanted to bring this to India, to Hyderabad, and one of the major features of Maker Fair, it's a very collaborative event. Most of the events you go to, it is, either engineering heavy, or particularly mechanical engineering heavy, or electronics engineering heavy, or there's a focus on defense, or it is purely art. Maker Fair, especially at T-Works, is probably the only place where you see a combination of art, science and engineering all in one place. And that is when people appreciate that any product you build is a combination of all these three. And that is, the larger goal for T-Works is to create a culture around making, so that one of the outcomes of that culture will be startups coming out with world-class products, companies doing R&D being able to compete globally with the Apples and the Teslas of the world. So it's very important to showcase people who are already in the culture, so that we can inspire thousands of more people to take that direction.
This integration of art, integration of design into technology is something we have heard often. And I'm so glad that Maker Fair is attending that. How is this process being effective, and what kind of measures are you taking to ensure that this long-term goal of marrying craft and artisanships with technology is more effective and is passed on to a wider section of population?
I think there are two things that we have to do, two approaches that we have to take parallelly. The first approach is bring awareness that product development is never done in isolation. So that's when events like Maker Fair really help. The second thing we do is put that theory into practice, and we do that by ourselves building products, and by co-innovating with our users and our customers. So when our users come here to build products with us, we work with them to some extent, we educate them, we show them products we built in the past, and tell them, while engineering is essential, that is what brings the functionality, design, the user experience actually takes it a level up. So for example, if you see the evolution of our own products, we built the mechanical ventilator during the first wave of COVID. It was designed by our mechanical engineers, so it looks a little boxy, but it worked very well in the hospital. It was tested on a patient. Then during the second wave, we built an oxygen concentrator. This is when we had our design team, in-house design team. And then GE Appliances came forward to procure some of them, and we worked with them to co-innovate this product. Recently, we are working with some international agencies. One of them is in the non-profit area. They work in the disaster relief area. So they came to us and said, hey, can you design a disaster relief kit that can be quickly deployed to areas affected by natural disasters? So while we were working on this project, of course, unfortunately, an earthquake struck in Nepal, and we were able to ship it. Now, this product has almost zero technology. It is all design, but it is designed so that the user is comfortable in those areas. So I think it's a combination of awareness and putting theory into practice. And the more we put the theory into practice, the better we get at it. And it is not only our team that's building the products, we are building it in collaboration with 200 other partners, suppliers, freelancers, and our own customers. So I think it's a two-pronged approach we use.
Now, where does the origin of the idea, the necessity come in? Necessity, the mother of invention. So how does the start, the origin of necessity, where is the idea coming from, and how do you manage to be a part of it? How do you manage to utilize the facility here of various machines, various design elements, and how does this kind of an integration happen between the necessity on one hand and your ability to deliver them on the other hand?
Okay, that's an interesting question, and I think many people have that question. So some students came in yesterday and they said, we want to design an e-bike. Can we start making it? So I just said two things. I said, one, what is your end goal? If your end goal is to start a business, then there is a lot of research that has to go in before you even put pen to paper. You have to study the market, you have to study the viability of it as a business, you have to know whether you have a product market fit. Now, if you do something like that, then places like T-Hub exist, incubators exist, for you to help you understand the business viability part of it. Like you said, whether there is a necessity for that invention. But the second point is, as kids, as youngsters, as passionate individuals, we want to do things that excite us. Creating is innately human. So we have a lot of art pieces kept across the venue, right? Built by artists. They don't really do it because they found a gap in the market or they have a product market fit. They do it because it's their passion. And the advantage of that is you start, you get going, and it is a learning process. It's a stepping stone. In the process of pursuing your passion, you fail a few times and you build multiple products, you build multiple prototypes, not with the intent of having a business, but because you love it. And there are many famous sayings, even in the famous Amir Khan movie, where he said, you pursue excellence, success will follow you. And that's the whole intent. See, we've kept all our walls are made of glass, they are transparent, because we want people not to be intimidated by machinery. We want to tell them it's not that difficult to build hardware. Once they have that passion, our job is to spark that passion. Once they have that passion, learning resources are abundantly available. You start building for the sake of learning, then suddenly you realize that you've become a good engineer, a good designer, a good maker, and you see possibilities all around you. So you believe in yourself, you believe in your own skill, and then I can solve this problem, I can solve that problem. Problems are abundant. I think what we are trying to say is everyone has the ability to solve that problem, and we want to lower barriers for you to build products that solve that problem.
At what stage of the design expertise or the skilling of design is available at TwoWorks? Because we have a large group of youngsters coming here, and their innovation, their ideas may be excellent, but they also need a kind of an molding into really high quality design. How is that process being carried out here?
So one is we run a lot of workshops. That is for entry level makers, people who are passionate about it but don't know much about it. So we called it a 101 series, a beginner series. So every weekend we have a series of workshops across shops. You can do it in woodworking, in pottery, in metalworking, and come and just understand what it is. Over and above that, we are designing curriculum to take people to the next level. So say someone wants to learn either a piece of equipment, they want to learn how to operate something, how to get a design made on a particular machine. That is one track of curriculum. And the other track is people want to know in general, what is the process of product prototyping? How do I go from having an idea to building a proof of concept, to building a prototype, the sourcing, assembly, fabrication, right up till how do I just get before design for manufacturing and assembly. So TWorks, we cater from once you have an idea to just before you go to manufacturing. So we are designing curriculum to handhold people through that process. Now, not everyone can be generalized into one curriculum. Some people say, hey, I already know bits and pieces of this. I need help to finish my product, to improve my product. So in this case, we have 3 engagement models. The first is they come and say, I'm building a robotic arm. I need 4 hours a day on your CNC machine. We allow for that. It's called equipment rental. The second, they say, I don't want to operate your machine, but I have a design. Can you get it fabricated for us? We say, yes, we can. They upload the design, they make the payment, we make the part and we ship it to them. That's called prototyping as a service. Essentially, we've put our machines on the cloud. 15% of all our users are from outside Hyderabad, and over half of all our users have never stepped into the facility. The third, partners come to us and say, we only have an idea. Can we work with you? Can we co-innovate with you and go from idea to a design for manufacturing and assembly product? We say, yes, we can. So that is called a contract product prototyping service that we provide. So either people just want to learn, for which we are curating curriculum and even creating curriculum, and the other is people actually want to get to building, for which, depending on which stage they are in, how much expertise we have these 3 tracks available for them.
Now, these are the 3 areas in which the touch points, so to say, a few words. How is Maker Faire a part of this entire process? Of course, Maker Faire does exist across countries, but how is Maker Faire integrated into this entire process?
Very good question, and that's our plug, so to speak. The number one aim of Maker Faire is awareness. It's to tell. So we'll have about maybe 1,000 makers over here, but we have, I think, already over 20,000 people who've come and visited the facility. So for them to even understand what are the possibilities, that's the first aim. So when they come here, we have various displays across the facility, and we have various volunteers who have brochures, and we can tell them how can they come tomorrow and use the facility. So the number one aim of Maker Faire is to spread awareness. The second aim is to create a dense and diverse ecosystem, so that an artist can meet a mechanical engineer, can meet a product designer, can meet a sourcing specialist. And when those creative collisions happen, great products are built. And the third aim is to showcase T-Works capabilities itself as a product design and development facility. So they come here and they see, oh, if I want to build a medical device, an unmanned aerial vehicle, a complex robotic machine, I can come here and build it or get it built. So I think, Maker Faire, we are also using Maker Faire to sort of talk about T-Works, to sort of talk about the Hyderabad ecosystem, which is, when you look at the space, it's really, really strong, and not a lot of people knew about that. And yesterday we had people from all over India, from makerspaces across India, come here to T-Works. And we also, want to tell them that makerspaces are important in the general context of Indian creativity and innovation, and we are also here to support them across the country. So T-Works is, not only for Telangana, the government of Telangana has built it, but it is for India as a whole. So these are the 4 messages that we convey.
On today's Maker Faire and yesterday's also, you see a lot of families come in with children, etc. Is that also something by design? Because the workshops, we have a range of workshops. Could you start by telling us about the ideas behind the different range of workshops and the style and types of workshops which are being organized here?
Thank you for asking. I really wanted to talk about it. T-Works is not just an incubator or an innovation center. Our vision is to create and celebrate a culture of making in India for people who explore and experiment without the fear of failure. So,
very, very, very relevant in Indian context.
Very relevant. I mean, when I was growing up, I'm sure when all of us were growing up, if we get an F in our examination paper, it's considered a taboo. It's considered a taboo to talk about failure at home. But the irony is, when you're building something, when you're creating something, you are bound to fail before you succeed. Like Thomas Edison said, I didn't fail 99 times. I know 99 ways how not to build a bulb. So the reason a lot of the big focus of Maker Faire is children is because that culture will start from childhood. And not only the children, we also want to impress upon the parents that if sparking creativity in your child has now become sort of a necessity, whether you're looking at a career option, whether you're looking at any profession, even if it's entrepreneurship. So that has to be nurtured. a lot of the workshops here are designed for children, and sometimes some workshops are a combination of children and parents. So they can work with each other, they can build things with each other. There is this innate fun in building things, and you bring people together. So someone asked us, what is your target audience? We say it ranges from 5 years right up to students, makers, working professionals, entrepreneurs, even corporate use our facility. And if you want to create a culture, I think we are curating programs, curating workshops, having various touch points to touch each of these, so to speak, demographies or each of these sections of society. And that's why while you have contract product prototyping, which is very serious, you also have a maker fair, which is a lot of fun, and they get to meet each other. And people realize, if I start with passion, if I start with fun, this is the path I can take to actually becoming a serious product developer.
Now, MyStartuptv has been in the domain of encouraging startups and innovation, etc. How much of what is happening at TWorks is also part of encouraging the startup and innovation ecosystem?
I think about 45 to 50% of all our users are registered startups. So I think, by virtue of being a startup, you will know that startups always hustle, founders always hustle. And they are the first ones to keep their eyes and ears open for opportunities that will accelerate their development. So even before we inaugurated the space this year in March, startups started coming and using it. So I think it has been the easiest to work with startups. And the beauty is, we tell the startup, because they are already creative, we tell them, what do you want us to do so that you succeed? So the equipment rental, the suggestion came from the startup. And the first pieces of equipment that were rented out were the advanced CNC machines. And instead of investing 1 crore on one CNC, they invested a few lakhs to hire an operator and a programmer. And they told us, hey, if you create this program, it'll be very beneficial for us. So we created that program. One startup came and said, along with the fabrication and design facilities, please give us a pre-compliance facility. So pre-compliance means once you build a product, you have to test it. It has to undergo some certifications so that you can export it. You have CE certifications and things like that. So they said certification is very expensive. We don't want certification. Before we do the certification, we want to make sure we pass those tests. Can you buy that equipment? The entire pre-compliance lab that we set up here is from feedback from a startup. So I would say startups are not only users of TWorks, they are our partners, and we are growing with the startup, and thanks to suggestions from the startup.
Also, we have seen a lot of installations, art installations across this, and I just want you to have our audience also to have a look at this art installation here. How did the idea of this particular art installation happen? And wonderful architecture. This is, I think, it's Harsha Guruguda. What is the objective behind having art installations here?
So I think if you see Harsha's work, he's built these art installations and he has displayed it across the world, in the UK, in the United States, in various parts of Europe, in Germany. And the beauty is, he's a Hyderabad-based startup. He's a Hyderabad-based artist. And what better place to showcase it than TWorks? So when people see it, they say, wow, they assume that it is a European artist or it is a foreign artist. Or they say, okay, maybe the artist is based out of Bombay or Delhi. But then they realize that this artist is based out of Hyderabad. And then they start looking up and then they say, hey, there are opportunities for art in Hyderabad itself. Even if you see the installations outside by Ramdev Garu, he has a 150-acre plot of land where he makes all these installations as a passion. And we came in touch with him through the HMDA, through the state government. And when our designers visited, they said, I mean, it's an amazing space. Even they didn't know such a space existed. So it's again the awareness, right? It's about saying internationally renowned artists and artwork is right here next door. जैसे कहते हैं घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर. You don't know that you have this creativity, this innovation already there. And I think our aim is to bring them, at least tell our guys that, hey, there's a Hyderabadi international artist. And if you're interested, you should definitely get in touch with them. And these artists are so open. They say that we would love to get in touch with young, passionate designers and enthusiastic artists who may want to pursue it as a profession, and we'd love to help them out. So I think it's also bringing that awareness and creating that ecosystem.
Absolutely. And design is a part of everyday life. Cityscapes, landscapes, public spaces. Every space needs to have that element of design which adds beauty, which adds innovative thought also behind it. And thank you so much for having these installations here for all the public to see. And one last question. What's going to happen to TWorks in terms of plans over the next 1 year, 2 years? We did hear some news about new collaborations happening.
Yes. So I think so far we've received great support from both state and central government, from corporates, and it's a validation of the direction we are taking. So TWorks as an entity, we've decided to double down on what we are doing. So the first thing is we are increasing the value of the equipment, of the prototyping capabilities by at least 10 times. So we started off with 10 crores of equipment. We are expanding that to 110 crores worth of equipment. Hopefully by next year, this time, you will see a large portion of that already installed and commissioned. So we are increasing the value of the equipment. Second, we are adding a little more space. We are currently a 78,000 square foot facility.
There's a new facility coming.
Yes. So just beside this building, we are proposing to add another 30,000 square feet. It's called a dirty process outpost for your woodworking, welding, chemical etching. We are going to have forging and glass blowing as well. So that is also in the works. The proposal is in the works. And the third is to continue to build the product team for two reasons. One is while we do prototyping, I think people also need support in when to use the equipment, how to use it, with what materials to use it. So building the product team is important to support the community and also for us to push the envelope. If there are startups who are reluctant to pursue a particular technology, I think we should first experiment that internally in-house, and that's what our product team can do. We can afford to take risks. So we take the most risks and then we disseminate that knowledge. So I think it's equipment, it's the facility, and it's the team. And to summarize, I think we are going to grow fairly rapidly in the next 1 year. And by next year, this time, we'll become the world's largest prototyping center.
It's absolutely wonderful ambition. And from MyStartuptv and all the audiences in Hyderabad and Telangana and across India, we wish you all the best in that. And thank you so much for taking time and giving us the audiences on the Maker Faire Day 2 the lowdown on what is happening at Maker Faire, at TWorks, and the entire design ecosystem across the India. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
Dinesh, what is going to happen here? Can you explain to the audience who is assembled here?
Hello, we are organizing an indoor drone race. So indoor drone race where FPV drone race, that too. So where pilots put on goggles like this and fly miniature versions of these quads as fast as they can through the predetermined track and obstacles.
Okay. Which are the tracks here? What are we seeing here? What is happening here?
Yeah. So the track you see is the pilots are starting at the right end of the bridge, and then they're coming here, and then they're doing a spiral here. 1, 2, 3, and then they're going from under the bridge, the left side, and then they're taking a loop through the bridge. You see the gate right on top of the bridge, and then they're coming down the bridge, and they're hitting this gate. And after that, they go through the staircase, and then they go upstairs and onto the first floor, and then they take a wide lap from the left side of the staircase, and then they're going back onto the bridge, and then onto the start gate again.
Right. Could you explain to the audience here which are the flying parts and what is the kind of drone which is in? Please please explain to the audience.
So the drone is a miniature version of this. The spec for the drone, this race is particularly a small quad that is under 50 grams and has propeller guards around this, so that it is a 100% safe race for the spectators and for the drones and for everyone involved.
Can you hold it up and tell the audience assembled here, at least nearby, what are kinds of mechanisms or what are kind of technology in the drone?
Yeah, so on this drone, there's simply three different pieces. One is a motor controller. There are 4 motors, so you need a motor controller. Each pilot gets three chances to establish their best lap. They're consecutive 3 best laps. So each battery gives you a flight time of around 4 minutes. So it is just enough to make 3 laps around the track we have set up. The pilots who have made the best 3 are actually sent to the finals after this. The top 3 pilots. Now there are 15 pilots flying right now, 12 pilots flying right now, and out of those we select the top 3 final days. You can on the screen you can see the goggles, the feed that we see on the goggles. Now it's switched.
Is this the normal size of drone which is flying there? Why is the size of this drone different from the size of that drone?
So we wanted to organize an indoor drone. This is a much more powerful quad. The power of it is it can go from 0 to 200 in under 2 seconds kind of speed. So that is the level of speed you are looking at. And as you can see, that is a very little quad, and that's a tiny little quad, and it doesn't harm anyone, even if it directly runs into someone.
Are the pilots having fun here?
Yes, as you can see, the pilots are actually trying to do little maneuvers, like dive from the top to bottom, and like do flips and rolls and stuff. So even the pilots are having fun along with whoever is watching.
So what are different kinds of maneuvers which drones have? Do they fly just vertically or horizontally, or the different kind of maneuvers which they usually accomplish?
They fly any way you want in the 3D space. So the basic maneuvers is like pitch, as in pitch forward, roll, yaw. These 3. So you can do any moves like this, anything. There's a whole sport that is just for the types of maneuvers people can do. Maneuvers as in fly through those gaps. You see the gaps between those railings, right? Fly through those gaps. Do loops through these things. Do a splitters. There's an entire sport for just the maneuvers, the kind of maneuver.
But to fly through those areas, the drones need to be vertical. Like
yes, they have to be totally vertical, and they have to not hit any of those items. It depends on the pilot skill and the move they are trying to make. If I'm trying to hit an arrow, gap of this high, even if it is slow, it's still fun for me. But there are some pilots who can actually take a loop from that. They time it with such a precision that from the loop from that they'll directly go from there, and they can do multiple loops like that.
And at what speed will they be traveling when they're crossing those small gaps?
They are free falling. No, so it's like 40-50 kilometers or something like that.
Right. And normally, what is the speed at which the drones which are being shown here? What speed they're flying at? Is this normal speed at which they fly in competitive racing, or they can race it at any speed within the premises and the kind of hurdles it is allowed?
So it is a spec race. So these quads are going at 40 to 50 kilometers per hour maximum, and that is because like their battery is limited, their weight is limited, etc. These ones they go at like 200 kilometers per hour if you are going. That's their top speed, typically speaking, 200-250 kilometers per hour. And if we set up a track such a way that you can zoom through this gates at that speed, it's up to you. It's up to your skill. Okay, so the basic, this is a quadcopter. That means it has 4 motors and 4 propellers. And
where are the 4 motors?
4 motors. Other than that, they have a camera in front of it. So these cameras transmit a video feed to our goggles, and we fly looking at what the camera sees. So the latency between what the drone sees and what we see is almost negligible, so that it feels like we are the one who are flying. We are the ones who are flying.
Now, this is the kind of goggles. I'll just hold it for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a constant communication between the camera here and the goggles. And what is how does one put it on?
To put things into perspective, you need to spend at least 10 to 15 hours in a simulator to fly a track like this without crashing once. 10 to 15 hours in the simulator first to fly a track like this without crashing.
So in case someone among the young audience here wants to start a simulator on, where are the simulators available? Are they available online, or do you have to buy?
There are a lot of free simulators available online. There are simulators available for your phones, PCs, gaming consoles, etc. For a simulator, you can use, it's your choice. You can use a PlayStation controller, or you can use an actual transmitter. Actual transmitter gives you a closer experience and much more control over the quad than a PlayStation control. No, they are not following each other. They are trying to set the best time they can without crashing into each other.
So while flying at the speed of say above 50 or 60 kilometers per hour, they also don't have to crash into each other. Yes. That's a very difficult task.
Yeah, it is. It is like in one of, but it is fun to watch them crash also sometimes. In one of the footage, if you go back to the footage that is on YouTube, you will be seeing some of the mid-air collisions that are happening, mostly around these gates. And there's a gate flag around there. Even there, many people crash into each other.
So this is exactly like F1 races where you got so many car drivers driving at breakneck speed and crashing with each other, where a crash is penalized. So how does one penalize any drone which has crashed into another drone?
We don't have to penalize. Their time is already gone. If once they are crashed, they are on the ground and they lose their time advantage.
But what are the other drone which has crashed due to the faultiness of the other thing?
It depends on their skill. We are currently not penalizing them.
Which means everybody who flies a drone has to take care of his own drone, not to crash into another drone. The other guy also has to take care that his drone doesn't crash down.
Exactly.
Now tell us about the kind of small size of these drones, why the color blue, and is it the size of a palm?
Yeah, it is the size of the palm. They weigh 46 grams to be exact. It has like a very small motors. The total weight of the quad without the battery itself is 30 grams.
It's the drone pilot having a fun at your cost, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause to the pilot. Absolutely, thank you so much. That's not part of the racing, that's part of entertaining you. And Maker Faire is, of course, aware. The racing is happening beyond this area. Again. Once again, thank you, Mr. Pilot. Thank you for entertaining us. It's such a thrilling sport, so to say. When did you start, and what's the kind of path did you take in reaching the kind of current levels of competency and being a part of a community? Does Hyderabad have a community?
I'll start with the last question first. Hyderabad has a very vibrant drone community. In fact, most of the national level races, the top pilots are from Hyderabad. At least the top 2 are from Hyderabad. And they've been consistently at the top. And it's not just about the racing, but we also go for joy rides, freestyle rides, and just exploring the new locations like hills, lakes, etc. Wherever it is available, chasing dirt bikes. We have some of really good footage showing us chasing a sport bike, chasing a car, etc. We are very active on social media. So you can check out our footage at FPV India or Hyderabad FPV on Instagram.
Can you tell us, this is the power of a battery in the drone which he has. Where is this battery from? How much power does this battery have so that you can fly a drone at such speed and also deliver camera output?
This battery is rated at 450 mAh. To put things into perspective, this can fly that little drone at full speed for 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And that is barely enough to cover the full lap. And pilots are pushing these batteries. And these batteries can also be a dangerous set of this thing. If you push it too hard, they literally explode.
What is going to happen from now till the end of the race? What stage are we in? And what can the audience assembled here look forward to, either here or on the big screens outside?
We are at the semi-finals right now. That means we were 22 pilots, out of which we selected the fastest 12 pilots. They will be trying to set their best time in the semi-finals, out of which 3 pilots will go to the finals. In the finals, it is a different thing. In the finals, a person has to win two races to win the race.
How many more rounds are pending then?
In the semi-finals, it is like there are 4 groups of 3 each. And each of them will fly 3 times for 3 rounds, basically. So that is a 40-minute semi-finals, and then the finals typically last for 15 to 20 minutes.
Thank you, Dinesh, so much.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartup TV.
Let's go.
stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartup TV.
Hello and welcome back. With us is a celebrity from Tollywood. Hello and welcome. What brings you here?
Hi everybody, this is Kiriti Damaraju. I hope everybody is doing fantastic. Inspiration everywhere, in that too my city, my culture, my people.
Have you been part of a drone racing event anywhere earlier years?
I'm not part of any drone racing event till now, but it's very, very exciting to witness something like this happening in our own city, Hyderabad, and all thanks to Telangana government to make it actually happen and make us witness such kind of wonderful kind of competition.
Drones have been used in movies and other events, etc. Okay? Drones have been used. You have been part of the film industry, and do you think the usage of drones has grown dramatically in the movie industry?
Dramatically, and also the best part of drones is it can be used for attracting people. It can be used for a certain kind of purpose. It can be also used for marketing specific kind of things. Especially if you observe the history of film marketing. One of the biggest films ever made called Brahmastra, the title launch was done in Kasi, Varanasi, using more than 1,000 drones. So you see the kind of power of using drones everywhere. So it can be used in marketing as well.
Thank you so much. So that was Kirit from the Tollywood industry.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Thanks.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartup TV.
Hello and welcome back to Maker Fair Day 2 in Hyderabad at the Tea Works in Hyderabad. With us is a family from South Korea who have lived here in Hyderabad for 2 years. And let's speak to Sujin's family. Sujin has been with her son and daughter. They arrived this morning. They participated in a competition in an experience zone, and they are learning new things. Let's find out what's happening. Hi, Sujin.
Hi. Hello.
So, what brings you here? How did you learn about Maker Fair?
In Hyderabad, when I come here during the 2 years, I didn't come to see exhibition. It's not here, but I enjoyed this. Yes, this time.
Thank you so much. And what did Soo-hyung and your daughter participate in?
3D printed, they like it. Yes, they make their surface not 2D, 3D. Yeah, enjoy.
Soo-hyung, what did you like about 3D printing and how did it go?
It went very well. I liked it. I liked it pretty much. I made things that I liked, such as animals, like some characters.
Right. Yeah. What did you create in the 3D print? Did you actually work on the machine?
We worked on a thing called a 3D pen. It's a pen. It's a pen that injects a material that has been melted through the pen, and we can draw with it on a special kind of paper called sandpaper. We draw on it. Yeah, so I made a snake.
How did the idea of drawing a snake come to you?
Well, because I've liked snakes for a long time. It's one of my favorite animals.
Now, since you have created, did you carry the copy of the snake with you?
Yes.
Where is the snake?
It's in my mom's bag.
Can you show it to us?
Okay.
Right. Besides, till she retrieves the snake, besides the snake, what else did you do? Yeah, could you show us the snake? So could you tell us how you designed this snake?
So first we have to start at the bottom. we make the outline of it, then do the inside, and then you slowly start building up. You have to think about each layer and how it will go, so it can be bent for, like, it can be looking like a pyramid, like this, pointed at the top. Probably it took about 20 minutes.
And when you decide the snake, what other animal do you think you will design next? What is that you want to do next in case you are given a chance? What will you design and draw?
I would probably draw the Korean flag. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, your sister is showing. What's that in your hand?
Huh?
What's that in your hand?
Gun.
And what's that?
A
Sure,
gun.
what's that?
A gun.
Oh, lovely. Can I have it? Look at it. Oh.
My brother made.
Your brother made it? Did you make anything?
I made.
How did you like the place here?
I liked it very much. It was one of the funnest places I've been to. So I liked it really much.
And is this the first time you're here?
Oh yes, first time. Yesterday my friend let me know that, so yeah, I come here.
Okay, Suyong, also Sujin and Suyong, thank you for coming here. We are so glad you came here, you enjoyed the entire event, and I'm sure you will have a nice, comfortable stay in Hyderabad. Lots of events to participate. Thank you so much for taking your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, bye.
So that was Sujin, Suyong, and the daughter from South Korea who have come here and participated in Maker Faire Day 2. They got to know of them from a common friend. There's a small South Korean community in Hyderabad, and they are part of it. We welcome them, and Maker Faire, I think the entire Hyderabad ecosystem is welcoming, and we're so glad to have a diversity of people here coming here, enjoying the kind of technology displays, the illustrations, and the experience zones in Hyderabad. And once again, thank you. Nice meeting and talking to you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So that's all so far from MyStartuptv at Maker Faire 2.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
So basically Maker Faire is a global celebration of creativity, technology and the maker culture. If you're making something or innovating something, you're already a maker.
You can be creative at any age because like he said, there's a huge variety. You have 8th graders, you have people over the age of 60 attending it.
Inspiring the young generation, anybody from 8 to 80 years, they can come, they can learn and be successful. Any startup that wants to create a product, they can come to us, we will help them. We have all the advanced machines. Send us a request online at tworks.in.
I'm sure the people here, they come here with some idea in mind and to see how the machines that T-Works offers.
No, it's not just the robotics. Basically, we encourage everybody to create things that at a young age, how to make something, how to add some electronics to it, how to program.
We promote MSMEs across the various sectors. We have been invited to participate in this show. Very much astonishing that so many young youth, unemployed students all are here. There are more than 150 stalls which covers 45 startups, 15 to 20 MSMEs and other existing industries.
Today we got an opportunity to visit this T-Work. It's a very excellent and built very nicely for the benefit of the young student and child who are visit here. They get some information and basic technology they can develop here.
They have created a movement called Maker Fair. So there is a Make magazine also and Make entity. They create a philosophy of getting the makers, innovators, startups, everybody together to celebrate the culture of making. To Hyderabad in 2018 and 2019 from all over the world.
So essentially what happens is, so there are certain blocks that we use. So this rover is basically what we use in schools to demonstrate our robotics program.
We are doing a workshop called Pyramid Puzzle.
Actually, my name is Sudhamari Vempati and I am a playback singer. Here with my daughter, but she's busy in the charcoal art workshop.
Rhythm is the first element of music and you all are 50% musicians. Once again.
Maker Fair is a global event. It happens across the world in Tokyo, Shenzhen, Shanghai, Paris, Rome, and all over the United States. We started in 2018. We wanted to bring this to India, to Hyderabad. One of the major features of Maker Fair, it's a very collaborative event.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartup TV.
check. Okay.
Don't you think this is the fastest robot till now?
Check one, check.
Straight గా ఎవరైనా వెళ్తారు ఇలాంటి ట్రాక్స్ లోనే కష్టం. Best way of finding out which is the fastest.
When you're speaking, you just hold this also closely along with the mouth. What audio?
People have recorded 1 minute 28 Okay. DPS. Yes. The next school is the school whose name is pretty much known to so many people. DPS Nadargal is here. A round of applause for them. Hey, I'm not able to hear anything. Hello, good morning. Are you able to hear me? If you are ready, let me know. Guys, are you ready? So, give it up for DPS Nadargul here. We'll all count down. 3, 2, 1, go! It seems there is a starting problem. Once checked out, judges, please come check it out. Meanwhile, while it is happening, do any one of you have any comments for what's happening here? Battery, there was a battery problem. Any other maker here who wants to say something? Wire problem, okay. Remember, you are in a place called T-Works where all the makers are there. And this is maker, you have to think. Any other thoughts why it is not moving ahead? Oh, it's working. You okay to restart? Okay, there is another prediction that the front wheel is not working. So what's your name? No, it's prediction. It started, guys. Let us all give one clap to start. Tack. Dear judges, please help us to understand what's going on. We'll go next.
Please nobody go inside
Come.
building.
We'll start. He don't think voice awesome like on the mic. We'll start with the next team. This team is from Rajasthan. Everybody, this is from Rajasthan. Okay, what is this? Royal Rajasthan? What do we call it? Okay, everybody, let's give a round of applause for them. I don't know how they say hi in Rajasthani or whatever language you speak. Let us all help them with a big round of double claps. Tuck, 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 tuck. So we count all of us together. 3, 2, 1, go! With that, so that it becomes full. Tack, 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 tack. Everybody here, tack. Here, everybody here. Let's do one clap in the same rhythm. Tack, 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 tack. School name is Birla Shiv Mandir. Just put a left hand up. Ah, yes.
You can hear this announcement. Your husband's looking for you, ma'am.
They can just not a competition.
Ready? This is the last. We have the highest number of typing. Are you ready? This time is to announce, as I told so many other bots, these guys are actual assassins of other bots. Like, they can actually race as fast as they have killed someone else. Introducing St. Peter's School team. I don't know about I'm not even here. I'm not even here. You have seen yesterday how they were. St. Peter's believes in second and go. They'll start. Maybe they need a round of applause to run faster. It seems to be the fastest now. Let us all do 3, 2, 1. 3, 2. These robots, you can witness now there is someone super special amongst us. Geeta Bhaskar ma'am here. You should have all known Tarun Bhaskar sir. Mother of Tarun Bhaskar sir, Geeta Bhaskar ma'am, and herself is an entrepreneur. She has done so many things. She's here to witness the bot. Thank you very much ma'am for coming here. Ma'am, if you want to speak one word to the students who are doing the bot.
I am a self man, not Tarun Bhaskar's mother. Don't give me that introduction.
Teacher.
So this is wonderful. I think this is Delhi Public School. This is Delhi Public School. Yes, it's wonderful. I'm so happy to be here. And let me see who's winning now. I can see the robots moving here. All of you. How many schools are participating? 8 schools. Wonderful, wonderful, great. Wonderful initiative, and thank you T-Works for this Maker Fair.
What is my goal is there? Organization.
Okay, what is your goal? Achha, where is the other one?
There.
Okay. She's no, the other one.
Give a round of applause. Robot who is running across. They are trying their best. It is pretty much like what we do. Best to win, their best. Why don't we all of us give a round of applause for them? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3. We're at the end. We love. Okay. What's the team name? Delhi Public School. The Delhi Public School has recorded a time of 3 minutes 10 seconds. Guys, please take your phone. St. Peter's. And everybody, why don't we give a round of applause to DPS Nagargul? Naku vinipichala. Good morning everybody, good morning. Before we go on, I'll also introduce someone else. Have you heard about this show called My Village Show? Anybody? Wonderful. I see a lot of people. The team show is here. Mr. Anil and the rest of the team is here. They are also here to see the robot race. Let's listen to them if they have something to say.
చలో అందరికీ ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్. దీని నుంచి మీరు నేర్చుకొని తర్వాత మళ్ళీ మీరు అందరూ కూడా ప్రదర్శించాలి. ఇక్కడ చిన్నపిల్లలు చూస్తున్నారు అందరూ స్క్రీన్ మీద మీరే వీళ్ళు ఎట్లా ఉన్నారో చేస్తారని కొత్తగా ఇన్వెన్షన్ చేయాలి.
Thank you everyone. This is the last lap and whichever team has the least amount of time would be winning this. So let us all brace ourselves and remember the timings of each one. All of us, let's give our 2 hands a bit of sound for St. Peter's School here. And for one more, you ready? No, I didn't hear it. I want to hear it clearly, guys. You. Okay, we're going to start with a count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! St. Peter's may be killing is easier. Oh, but they are fast enough. Guys, there's one way to actually help them go faster. You remember, India cricket match ఆడుతున్నప్పుడు వాడు 6 కొట్టాలనుకుంటే విరాట్ అయినా మన ధోని గారైనా క్లాప్స్ కొడితే చాలు. Why don't we do that for them? 3, 2, 1, let's do a big round of applause for them. Come on. 1.18 minutes. If it touches the track, minus 2 points. This one. The minutes will do. There was to make sure they drive properly. This is the last part of this. We'll be knowing who is there. All of us, let's do this trick again. Tuck, 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 tuck. Let's all clap again. It's on the last end. Wonderful. The round is over. Now the time has come for us to know the results. Once we'll give a round of applause for our teacher Geeta Bhaskar ma'am. All of us together. 3, 2, 1. A round of applause for ma'am, please. Thank you very much, ma'am, for coming. And to the team of My Village Show. A round of applause for them, please. Thank you. The time has come for the results here. Oh, you have one more board. Tappul chestuntam. Yeah? We have to tell the timing for this. We'll tell the timing once. St. Peter's 123.
St. Peter's just fell short of the fastest lap. They have recorded 1 minute 23 seconds.
The last team, again announcement, the last team is Time School here. You see this on the main screen there. We'll start this by the same drill. ఈసారి తెలుగులో చెప్దాం అందరం కలిసి 3, 2, 1 మొదలెడదాం. స్టార్ట్. అంటే ఇండియా పాకిస్తాన్ ఫైనల్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎంత అరుస్తామో అంత అరవాలి. ఇంత సైలెంట్ గా ఉన్నామంటే ఎనర్జీ లేనట్టుంది. ఐ విల్ సీ ఎవ్రీబడి హియర్. గైస్ హూ ఆర్ స్టాండింగ్ హియర్, యాయ్. ద గైస్ హియర్, యాయ్. ఓ వండర్ఫుల్. ద గైస్ యాయ్. Ooh. Okay, this is actually an India final. When people are stuck in their life, they try to go forward, and people like us should support them. How do we support these people? We cannot give them money or come and drive it. We can only give them a clap. Shall we do it for them? Come on, everybody here. I'm not hearing from this side. Thank you very much for cheering for your team. Come on, thank you very much. Let's see what the other competitors would say. What do you want to say to the team? Play well. What do you want to say to your team? And while it is happening, we'll ask Mr. Nikhil, who is an event manager, has been great. What do you think? What's happening?
Really electrifying. It's intense. I hope they will win. We just want to know more about what are the rules of this game.
Cool. We'll be knowing that. We'll be asking one more commentator. If there are commentators, one Ravi Sastri and Harsha Broker is another commentator. We'll ask him what's happening and what do you think about it?
It's really going well, but I think everyone is bored. Just getting bored.
Hello. Yes, we are at the last stage of this race. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's the timing are.
Is there any judge?
There are judges.
There are judges, right? Watch out. Yeah.
And everybody also see the main screen. It is many people's dream to be on the main screen. Free of cost. You are seeing yourself there. No cameras, no teams. You can just see there. You can see on the main screen as well. We are at the last stage, maybe last 2 seconds. Why don't we all of us together say, ooh! Once again, ooh! It's done. A round of applause for everybody who's here. Remember, no game is interesting without audience, even this. Right? A round of applause for each of you who are here. For yourself. Why don't you clap for yourself? Clap for yourself. We'll know the timings now.
The Time School has recorded a lap time of 2 minutes 29.
2 minutes 29 seconds. We'll ask the judges to bring in 2 people here and we'll follow the big boss question. We will request Geeta Bhaskar ma'am to announce the winner. you have two people here. Ma'am needs me because ma'am is a teacher. She is acting Nagarjuna side, holding two people like this. And announcing the class. Guys, are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Request the master man to come and the requested budget to help man with the help. And two finalists, the best teams are in last first period of best excitement. Public school and St. Peter's. While the two teams are here, public school and St. Peter's, who are rooting for their experience, give me a yay! Who are rooting for St. Peter's, give me a woo! Okay, nice here. One teacher,
The premier.
Second goes to St. Peter, and third, the Premier Academy.
Everybody, let's give a round of applause for them. Come on. One photograph with the vision and after all of us that are photograph together.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.
also gives you 2 points, and hitting with a weapon gives you 5 points. You can't cut another team's wiring, which will lead to disqualification directly. And if you immobilize the team, other team, you will be winning for 20 seconds. You will be winning the. Yeah, and.
Everybody, are you able to hear us? If anybody don't, raise your hand please. Everyone able to hear us?
Someone in second floor, please say hi. You able to hear? Able to hear?
We request everybody around the arena to go back. Everybody around the arena, please go back. Around the, except for the organizers, we want everybody to leave, please. Everybody here who are not in teams, please leave. Please leave. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please don't mind, sir. Everybody.
Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yeah, move the speaker.
Except for the players, we want everybody to leave here, please. Everybody, except for the players, please leave. We request everybody to leave here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Even that side, please leave.
Okay, quick announcement. People who are not able to view, you can go to the second floor through the fire exit. There's quite a lot of space there. Those who are not able to view to the sides, you can go upstairs, second floor.
I'm thinking next to Harsha's better. There's enough view.
Thank you very much. And for everybody there also, we request you to kindly move back.
Check, 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 check.
Whenever we announce, come in the center, say hi. Tell your names. Guys, let us all start this Robo War with a countdown. We'll first do the introductions of each of the teams. And all of you know the rules, but we'll repeat the rules. You'll know the names of the person, you can root for them. Root for one team. Root for one team. Right? Team number 1, give a round of applause.
Even more?
Myself Rishikesh and I belong to St. Peter's High School. Let's bring in the team number 2 from Rajasthan. I am Naresh from Birla Shiksha Vihar.
I am Arish Datta from Birla Shiksha Vihar. I am Rana Gupta from Birla Shiksha Vihar. And I am Tanya from Birla Shiksha Vihar.
Introducing team number 3.
I am Adi from St. Peter's High School. I am Bishop.
Applause everybody. So the rules will be told again by Mr. Harsha, and then we'll start the board now. There will be one-on-one competitions and there will be a final. There is another team which we'll introduce at the end. Thank you very much. So regarding the rules, so you'll have one-on-one. So we'll be leading the team as St. Peter's, team number 1. Time School, team number 2. St. Peter's second team is team number 3. Birla Shiksha Vihar will be team number 4. And Birla Open Minds team